It's Castranger time, and once again we have a guest from our Discord.
Hello.
It's Jackson.
Jackson.
Man, we really need to invite other Tokutubers onto the podcast.
Yeah, that's your department.
That don't like us.
That's your department. You're our PR.
I think the last one we got was, and the only one we ever got was Aaron Zephyr.
Yeah. Well, we also had Bueno from Garage Hero.
Well, we don't talk about him.
Just one of those things of like, oh wow, that could have ended so much better.
You know what could be better though?
Don't you dare say it. Don't you dare say it. Damn it, he said it.
He did say it.
Connect. Loading. Broadcast. Perfect.
Showrunning super savant.
Level up.
Bluecaster super Ichi.
Loudon Online. Greycaster Robolane.
Researcher of the Tokuverse, Ultracaster, Gar.
Casting, criticism, comedy, chaos.
Radio Sentai Castranger.
On air!
Welcome! It's Radio Sentai Castranger, episode 425, episode Child Kidnapper.
No.
That explains where Emily went.
No.
Oh no!
No.
But Emily's a grown woman.
Child at heart, though.
She has the spirit of a child.
It's not episode Drifloom, it's motherfucking episode Captain Pikachu.
Oh.
Greatest Pokemon who ever existed. No, I saw Captain Pikachu and I fucking was like, that is the coolest Pikachu I've ever seen. Ash's Pikachu can go fuck itself.
The funny thing is, like, I woke up and saw that you posted in the chat. I didn't see the image. All I saw was you saying Captain fucking Pikachu. And while I was, like, in my, like, groggy state of waking up, I'm like, did they announce, like, a Pikachu version of Captain Toad?
No, that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Pikachu can't use any of his abilities, so he just
waddles around.
Yeah.
I like to think if they made like a game or a movie based around Captain Pikachu, just Nick Offerman,
Which
Ron
they will.
Swanson would voice him.
Did you guys hear that Zach Galifianakis is going to be in the Lilo and Stitch live action movie?
Is he going to be Stitch?
No, he's going to be Pleakley.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, you know what? That works.
Honestly,
No.
I would love to see the guy who voices Pleakley play Pleakley, because he absolutely is Pleakley in human form.
If they made a live action Lilo and Stitch movie back in like the early 2000s when it came out, I would have gotten Andy Dick as Pleakley.
Dickley?
I think that, yeah.
To go with the Pokemon news, I got a shiny Snorunt.
Nice. I have
Or
a
as I
shiny.
like to-
I have a shiny Snorunt in Violet.
Or as I like to call it, Snorunt, but hyperthermia kicked in. Think of it, it's light blue, the color of freaking
He's frozen.
skin. Yeah, he's frozen.
It's frozen.
Bloodshot eyes. Yeah,
He's dead.
Yeah,
He's passed away.
It's a freaking corpse. But hey, it's a male, so at least if I evolve
He's
it,
a
I can get
ghost
shiny
type.
Glalie.
You caught a corpse.
Not the first time. Pokemon's full of ghosts.
You got a corpse.
And then there's a
Hey,
Pokemon
nothing-
that's actually a corpse. Shedinja. It's literally an empty cocoon.
I like how in the old games the only way to get it is to have the empty slot in your game
Yep.
or like in your team.
Mm-hmm.
And then Pokemon Go, how do you get it? I don't fucking know. You get it, it pops up when it pops up.
Pokemon Go doesn't play by the rules. Anyways, so we're a bunch of frozen Pokemon carcasses who get together every week to talk about Kamen Rider and Super Sentai and a third thing. And this week we are talking about Kamen Rider Geats episode 23, Donbrothers episode 49, and our feature topic is the Hurricaneger with Donbrothers special.
Oh, it says
Ichi has to send
nude. He's like,
Yes, I was about to do that. Sorry.
first little bit of news though. Apparently, we're getting a fucking sequel to How the Grinch Stole Christmas. How the Grinch Lost Christmas.
Damn it!
Oh,
It takes place exactly 1 year after the first book.
Well, yeah, I should hope so.
Yeah.
Question.
Mm.
Why?
yeah.
Money.
Why not?
Money.
Oh, right, money.
Yeah, it's money.
I like money.
Which is weird because like the first book came out in like 1954.
And it looks exactly like the book.
The same year as Godzilla.
They're
Wait a minute.
it's the Grinch. It's the Grinch 50 years after special.
Oh.
I remember I saw the Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch movie, and I was surprised with how much depth they fucking made his character.
I was just there for the
Benedict-
creators.
He had like a sad childhood, and he was like, you know, he loved Christmas as a kid, and then like he got ignored for Christmas, and like,
Benedict
that's why he came to hate it.
Cumberbatch.
Yeah,
Mr. I can't say penguins, right?
penguins. Yeah, he says penguins. Didn't he play the wolf in the Penguins of Madagascar?
Yes, that's the joke. That's what. He also did a narration, like nature film with penguins in
He
it.
kept saying penguins.
Penguins.
What's the
Marcus.
analysis?
Mr. My American accent is totally believable. Hashtag not really.
Oh crap!
Wow.
Him and Doctor Strange.
I still can't believe it, man. They wasted the perfect opportunity. Even though it would have been on the nose of one of them to say, no shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I know they didn't because, you know, it's the obvious joke, but it's the obvious joke.
Right?
Here's my dog.
You called that a dog?
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's crypto.
I know it's crypto.
He's a
Follow
dog.
his Instagram page.
Well,
Does-
he's 4 years old now, but
Does that mean you're a crypto bro?
sure. I don't know. Kelly's mom named him. Like, I want to name him Crypto, and I'm like Crypto the super dog?
No, like the Bitcoin.
The cryptocurrency. Hey, it's a cat.
Yeah, this is Charlie.
Oh.
I've been house sitting with him the last 2 days.
Oh.
All right. Well, speaking of animals, let's get into our news stories.
News mode.
Oh boy.
Our first news story is we have the reveals of Kamen Rider Kekara and Kyun, and their
There's CGI
Phenomenal.
frog and CGI lion
it's
rider.
literally just a goddamn frog and lion
So
lion
they
slash
apparently took-
griffin. It has wings.
no, so apparently they took some CGI assets from the Shinobi frog from his Henshin,
Oh
and then
no!
and then Kyun is just some assets from fucking Blade's Lion King, Daisenki lion
Blade?
form.
Which is hilarious considering Baroba is fucking breaking mammoth from Zero One.
God.
Can I just say these scans were really weird and like they looked like they're AI generated. Like all the faces look really
Yeah,
off.
the faces next to them are like not correct. What the fuck?
No,
It's specifically Kyun.
so apparently people were always confused about the cards, how they saw the faces. I think what it is the front of the cards is wherever the card is on their head. So like if you look at the angle where their card is on their head, that's the front of the card. That's what you see.
The Blue Rider's profile pic there of his human face, that looks like you know those Showa Heisei?
Oh no! I didn't
Yeah,
even look at that.
That's
Yeah.
what it looks like.
That's exactly what that is.
What a nightmare!
Because of how so off it looks. Also, just a curiosity question. Is this Buffa on the side being like him evolving or something?
So yeah, that's
command
that's apparently Buffa command form. He's gonna get to use the twin buckle, I guess.
Oh my god, that's awesome.
The one in the top, or the like in the middle left is, I think it's Command Jamato, which is weird because I don't think that's how the command book works. But
It's
Yeah, look,
raising Jamato. Well, I don't know if he's using the Jamato buckle. Also, it's hard to tell. The scan is not great, but like
No,
it's
I-
definitely
Like,
raising
there's
form
one-
because that leads to command form.
So I guess we can confirm that the frog is apparently a statue that he talks through.
Or
'Cause I
like
guess
some-
that's actually him.
Yeah, he has a human form. I'm so mad. The frog was a fucking Bluetooth speaker!
So it was Mr. Grizz reference.
Lane, I think it was you who suggested maybe it was a Bluetooth speaker he was talking through.
Yeah, and then when
So you were right!
Yeah, and then I listened to this week's episode, and like I heard him talking to K1, and I was like, oh, that's definitely him talking to a speaker.
I personally like that it is his voice actor.
I should fucking hope so.
That's the leader of the squad from Amazons.
Yeah, it's a... Lane, you and I need to watch Mega Monster Battle.
Yes, we do. I need to get that on Blu-ray.
I also really don't like that this old ass man is just crouched down on his haunches like a frog.
He's embodying the spirit.
Does not look good.
So I am keeping to my word. I said I did not give a fuck what Kamen Rider Keikoro is going to be. I am all for this. Best writer in show.
It's fun.
And meanwhile, the other side of this is, so yes, it looks like this angsty emo dude boy who was talking to Neon in the other episode is Kyun and the Lion Kamen Rider.
Yeah.
So that's Neon's true love.
Yeah, even though he said he hated her.
Fucking calling it. Yeah, no, of course he's being a fucking.
What happened to the Keiwa plot? That was supposed to be a thing. I'm so.
So with the addition of Keikoro and Kyun, we already have 20 riders in the show.
Plus
like 20 riders we've seen.
Yeah.
Plus all of the randos from all the DGP rounds.
Holy shit. But yeah,
So-
look, it's just, you have all these fucking same scale riders, and then there's just
Barova.
Barova, Jesus fucking Christ. So,
You think, you think she's compensating for something?
And there's been fan art of what these 4 riders would look like as normal human suits, and I like them.
So of course, now that we had like the supporters turning into riders, I decided, okay, guys, we made DGP riders. Now let's make our supporters. So of course,
the thing is, I just don't. There's not a lot of explanation because we're just in the middle of dropping all this other plot related to them. But like, what I still have yet to understand is why. Why are they riders?
That's a big
Money.
We'll talk about it in the show.
Yeah,
in an episode. But
money.
But yeah, I present to you all my Gracer's supporter, Kamen Rider Barry.
Yeah, Lane had some work done.
He's a robot humanoid bear.
Yeah. I don't. There's no art of mine yet, but I was theory crafting. Like, you know what? Mine would be an owl who would latch onto my back and then become like wings for me, Falcon Zord style.
Well, he doesn't turn into a giant CGI owl rider,
right?
No, stupid.
As a small sidebar back to the Buffa command form thing, I think that's just the cape, like the side cape that he has, because it's
that side cape is just part of his suit now, because even before he used the Jamato buckle that was there.
Yeah, so I think that's just what that is. It's not like command Jamato form. Whatever.
I'm sad. I was on the fence of getting the Raise Riser when it was available for pre-order, and then I didn't. When I finally decided to go pre-order it, it was sold out. But I managed to pre-order the belt, so I have the belt pre-ordered, but I have to get the Raise Riser still.
I was like, the belt that does literally nothing.
Yeah, I know.
The belt that holds the gun.
I'm just thinking it this way. It motivates me more to get the gun.
Yeah.
Well. All right.
There's a quote that you don't want out of context.
Well, moving on from those monstrosities, also revealed through magazine scans is some upcoming forms for Geats. So first off, we have Boost Mark II.
Okay, so we don't have Decker. One. So we have 96 DGP riders. Yeah, that doesn't beat Hibiki's confirmed 130.
Damn it! But we'll get there by the end of the show. The show's only half done.
Anyways, this new Geats form is fucking badass.
I love the thrusters on the face.
Looks awesome.
He's just going full furry. Apparently, he turns into the fucking Pike in this form.
Yeah,
that's
and it looks like he uses the Boost Mark II buckle looks to be copying the designs of the Laser Raise Riser, where it looks like one half of the gun, but it is actually its own piece with a handle on it for Casino Boost.
Another Dick Gun Belt.
We'll get to
Dick
that.
Gun Belt.
We'll get to that. But so first we're looking at the red one, which is Boost Mark II. It's not bad. I've seen worse.
I don't like the helmet, but I think the suit is really good. I think both this and the Laser Boost, which we'll get to, the helmets look off, but I do think that this is a good looking suit.
I think it's for a mid-season power-up, I think it does the job. And then, yeah, the other one is Geats Laser Boost, where it like Lane said, it's literally another dick gun belt. It looks just like the Laser Raise Riser, but it's attached to the Desire Driver. And it's a mix of Geats Boost Mark II and Zine's suit design aesthetics. So it really just comes off as this weird alien hodgepodge. I kind of don't like it.
I don't mind it. It gives me... It has, like, mock colors. So...
Yeah, but there's a lot of orange mixed in there.
I don't see it's orange. I see it's red. I must be colorblind for, like, red and orange.
Well, the magazine scans could be dilated a little bit color-wise. I don't know. I mean, Geats' main color scheme is orange. You can see the orange in the ears on his helmet.
I guess so. I just always thought it was red.
Well, Boost is red, so I
yeah.
think it's like a halfway shade between red and orange.
It's just my brain processing it. It's like, oh, his Boost is red, so the rest of Geats is red.
I think that's what it is. I think it's supposed to be orange, but it just looks a little...
Yeah, so...
Just
as
Mandela effect.
As we can see, he is able to wield the gun outside of the belt. Or I think maybe that's just him using... Yeah, because he's holding it in his hand and it's on the belt. So he has the buckle in his belt in the Desire Driver, but then also uses the Laser Raise Riser as his weapon. Which means maybe he could dual wield them.
Ooh.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, in the scan for Laser Boost, at the bottom you see him with the buckle in his belt, but then also the Laser Riser in his other hand.
I can't zoom in enough, but I'll trust you.
At least that's what it looks like to me. If I'm wrong, whatever.
That means one of the
Yeah, it's
riders
whatever.
is gonna kick the bucket after this.
I think it's weird.
Or-
It's going to be because
Or this is
you know.
just straight up a Geats Zine fusion.
It could
oh my
be.
god, Zane loves Geats so much he's like, let's fuse.
I want to be inside you.
Oh no, oh, this guy's so weird.
This is the tier 3 sub benefit.
no, the tier 3.
I know he says that you're his favorite, but he says that to everyone.
No, but like this guy's almost going this energy where like you're a guest at a con and there's just that one fan of yours that just like doesn't leave you alone the whole fucking day of the con.
That was one time, Lane.
Hey, look, Forza belt.
Yeah, earlier Decker was saying like, "Oh, are we roasting Gar now?" And I'm like, "Now." Been roasting Gar since the day we met him. We love you, Gar. You're precious. Please don't go.
But yeah, so overall
It's
thoughts.
in the contract. I can't leave.
Overall
Mark
thoughts.
II?
That's all Ultra Ranger episode 1000.
No. Mark II design gives me Naruto vibes.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fox embroiled in fire. Not surprising.
Boost Mark 9.
The fusion form looks. Eh.
Yeah.
First time
It looks-
ever met me.
It looks like Cross Evil, which I don't hate Cross Evil. Like, hey,
Okay, so that confirms that I wore it on my left hand. I was thinking about that today. I'm like, what wrist did I wear my watch on?
Why were you wondering that?
Because I couldn't remember.
Why does it matter?
No, bro, that's random shit I think about. It's not me.
Yeah, that's how long we've been hanging out.
Oh yeah, I remember I wore a green like transparent watch when I was a kid. I wore it on my left side. It was awesome.
All right, cool. Moving on.
Okay, Ben Tennyson.
Oh, and the cactus Jamato's back. Yay.
Or
boy.
Or it could just be the magazine scans often reuse already defeated enemies just for the sake of showing off the new suit, but not spoiling the new enemies. So I'm not putting any stock in that.
I think it'd be funny if they just brought him back, and then Kay was just like starts crying.
Next, Kabuto is putting out model kits of the Gatak and Zector models as if they were like realistic insects.
SIC
Weird.
sectors.
Yeah, kinda.
Whoa.
Weird.
They look like Transformers.
Yes, that's
The red one.
Real.
Kabuto Maximize. Yeah, they look really cool.
The red.
Released under
What's? Oh,
Sorry?
sorry. Just what's Kabuterimon's evolution? Mega?
Mega. In the dub, it's Mega Kabuterimon. In the Japanese, it's Atler Kabuterimon.
Yeah, it's so weird that the ultimate form is called Mega Kabuterimon.
Well, that's also in the dub. The Japanese is Heracles Kabuterimon.
Yeah, the mega form is called Hercules Kabuterimon. I
Yeah.
like Mega Kabuterimon more.
No, that's
Cool.
well. To be fair, they named it Mega Kabuterimon before they knew Mega was a thing.
Gotta keep in mind, this is the same studio that didn't realize, oh shit, there are 6 Rangers in Zoo Ranger.
We also have Mega Seadramon, who is also an ultimate. So yeah, that's a thing. Anyway, released under the company's free research series, these model kits are realistic depictions of the insect the Zector is based on. Color molded, having the Zect logo. The main parts such as horns, chest, and legs are movable and posable, and you can get flight poses with their clear molded wing parts. The Kabuto one is 4180 yen, releasing May 17th, and the Gatak one is exactly the same.
I wonder how Bug's Life could have been different if they had the Kabuto riders there.
They're human size, so they fucking kick off.
No. Like, okay, they're like the insect sizes.
God,
Just
now
Hopper
I want just fucking Beast Wars with these two as like one is a
That's
Predacon,
cool.
one is a Maximal.
Hang on, Beast.
That would be so
Wars
fucking cool.
2 bug characters. Let's see if there are any bug characters in Beast Wars aside from the Insecticons. Thank you.
Inferno was one.
Oh no,
that's
he's thinking about Beast Wars 2, the anime.
Oh,
Like the Japanese anime, because
They didn't like our 3D CGI cartoon. They're like, we're gonna make a better one.
In
And
grids.
I'm like, yeah.
oh, okay. Here's kinda one. It's like a dragonfly.
So they had Drake.
Here. Same's Tonebot.
Tomboy.
Oh, because
Yeah.
Tombo.
That's weird. He has a weird
And
face.
yes, I know there's Inferno and Waspbanner, but I was looking for like Japanese exclusive characters.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. There were.
I remember Black Arachnia and Tarantulas. They're not insects.
There we are. Okay. So
Neat.
confirmed, there were insect characters in the Japanese Beast Wars show.
Taco
What the-
Tank.
The Taco Tank.
Because taco in Japanese is squid.
Yeah, octopus.
Mm.
In the second image you posted,
Taco is
normal.
octopus. Squid is Ika. As in
What is it?
Debiru.
Beady.
Looks
Ika
normal, but in the toys it
Debiru.
looks wide.
All right, cool. Next, Shokugan
Wait,
model
wait,
project. Sorry.
Last one. And here's what Optimus Primal looks like in anime form.
Cool.
Is that a cape?
No.
Is that just?
No, that's the lion head.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Bandai Japan has revealed the next entry in the Shogokan modeling project Minipa line, which is Daireno from Dairanger / Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
The Thunder Megazord.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
choice. Good choice.
Because it's Dairanger's 30th anniversary.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The Green Ranger passed away too.
Oh. I think the saddest thing about that was when the Rangers tweeted out, "It hasn't been 50 years yet."
Oh, that's right. Yes, that's how it ended. No.
Yeah, because Die Ranger ended a 50-year time skip.
Oh,
That'd be cool if they actually like just recreated the ending.
so we do not yet have price or release date for this, but it is happening.
I'm surprised Hasbro hasn't negotiated with Bandai to be like, or hell, Bandai themselves just released this. I guess they can't since they don't own the master license to Power Rangers anymore.
Master, you say? How about our next article, the Master Morpher?
Oh shit!
Yo, they're finally making it?
Apparently.
Cool.
This is just a report yet. We don't have details on this either, but apparently Hasbro will be releasing the Master Morpher from the Ninja Steel Dimensions in Danger episode sometime this year. It is expected to be a GameStop exclusive available this fall.
That's not the only big Hasbro news that we got. According to some alleged rumors, Herp Derps, Heckle might be coming in. Might be coming back to Cosmic Fury as the Death Ranger, as the Dark Ranger.
That's cool.
I will say, you showed us that clip of his debut, and that was pretty badass.
He's such a. I love it.
The Dark Ranger.
Heckle, and then his other evil side, Snide.
Heckle, where he
Heckle and
comes from
Snide.
the planet Sentai 5.
Oh,
Yes.
right. I remember this. We talked about this.
From the
I
Kyoryuger
missed that
galaxy.
episode. Was it legitimately from the Kyoryuger galaxy?
Or there is a Kyoryuger galaxy.
Like the
You
funny.
bastards.
There's
That's
also
so
a
funny.
scrapyard known as Kamen 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Chiplin was just like puns. Fucking puns.
I wouldn't say puns, more like put name here, haha reference.
Oh, you mean like the space sheriff? Joe Chaku?
Yeah, well. My name is Joe Chaku.
Just he said that. I'm just like. Moving on.
All right.
What's next for news?
That's it. That's all the news.
That's it.
Yep. Slow week.
Good.
Well, it's a slow weekend.
Well, God,
It's a slow news week.
God, remember when you used to talk about like 40 minutes of news?
Oh fuck!
Oh my god. Yeah. The
Like
last few
last
episodes.
week.
No, like Ultra News, where it would go on for like half an hour to 40 minutes.
Because like we just like milk every story.
How long was the King Oger Newsday episode?
God, that
Yeah,
was
3 hours.
It felt like 3 hours.
Oh yeah, last week was big.
I'm talking about the whole episode.
Oh, the whole episode was well over 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like 2:12 or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah. It was
Hey, remember when we had a sideshow?
Yep.
yeah.
It
Basically,
was brought back for Christmas because nothing was happening.
Hey, if someone else wants to take over editing, I'll put it out.
If I wasn't so busy.
All right. Well,
I'm gonna edit.
let's get into Geats. I'm disappointed the show has stopped with its upkeep of updating the intro because Zine is not in the opening.
This show fucking sucks.
So,
Oh no.
so my entire response to this fucking episode, especially the ending, was just this.
We'll get to that. We got a lot
That
to
was
talk
like-
about beforehand, though.
I will say, despite my feelings on the Jin suit and how bad it is, I do love every action.
Oh, his abilities are awesome. He has like gravity
it is
manipulation.
Zine, so far, both of the laser rays riders have like. It almost just comes off like they're conscious of the concept of debut illness, and they just like forcibly took it to the next level. Zine with all of his fucking gravity magic, and yes, Barobo literally nuking the field. This isn't debut illness. This is a debut pandemic.
Literally shoots off Buffa's fingers.
Yeah, he shot off the claws off Zombie, and I was
He
like, damn.
fucking exploded Sparrow.
Multi, where did you get that image?
Like I
What
saw
the fuck?
Sparrow trying to fight him, and I'm just like,
That's not gonna end
No,
well.
dude. Like, you're the brains. Don't
Sparrow's
fight.
epic return with monster.
I give such
bodied.
I give such no shits at all about Daichi / Sparrow that like I barely
not
even
good.
it's barely even worth talking about.
Not a great character, but it's whatever. He's here.
So then we also meet Neon's secret supporter, Kyun.
Well, we don't.
I wonder who the fuck that is.
We don't actually meet him this episode, but we already know he's that fucking.
No, I know. It was
Dude from
you
the
saw
other
a
episode.
letter, and I was like, gee, I wonder who it could be.
Yeah. But yeah, before
it
that,
took parts
so
from Breaking Mammoth, not the full suit.
we'll talk about that once we get to the ending.
I know.
So
I know.
Baroba, with her stolen vision driver, tries to sneak up to the goddess, and she has a DGP like wish card and has some sort of wish that she tries to make. But not only do we not see what it is, but it doesn't happen because apparently they beefed up security. Now you need both drivers. So I guess that means someone else has done this before.
Well, yeah, like he literally said, like this isn't the first time this has happened.
Yeah. So I wonder, like, what happened before? Who was it that snuck in, and what wish did they do?
Probably-
Germany, 1945.
Oh,
No.
Wow.
Oh, okay, yeah, I want to talk about that. So sometimes I forget what the true essence and meaning of being a Kamen Rider really is, and like Kekara, the frog statue, made like the biggest point where he like Kay was talking to him and he's like, yeah, I'm gonna still like try to fulfill my wish and like bring all those dead people back, and he just goes, splendid, you are the very definition of a Kamen Rider. And I was like, yeah,
doing
he
it to
really
save the
is. He
people.
always thinks about saving the people first on top of everything else.
Yep.
Now all he needs is a bike and a scarf.
The show likes to pepper in these little reminders that Kay was the good boy.
He is a good boy.
And he also needs a friend that does most of the elbow grease.
Yep.
Still
So
love when he picks him up.
Ace.
Put me down.
because Chirami's driver got stolen, apparently this round of the DGP is now also cancelled, which means the entire fucking disaster plot.
Postponed. It's on hold. Didn't say canceled. They said on hold.
The sub that I watched said cancelled. I'll have to go back and listen to
my
it.
sub
It said postponed for me.
Yeah. Anyway, so fucking Niram shows up and like Ace is like trying to get fucking information out of him, which Niram just goes, "Go fuck yourself. I don't have to tell you shit. Just go do what we say and play your fucking game."
Keep slapping Chiram.
If you, yeah, like
I
Ace,
thought he was
like
gonna delete him straight up there.
Ace pretty much guesses correctly that like my favorite part of that whole scene was like Chirami like spilling more information than he should be, and then immediately getting his shit slapped.
Yep.
But yeah, so Chiram lets slip that they're after the goddess of creation, and Ace guesses correctly. It's the source of their ability to change the world and reset memories and all that shit. And of course, Niram decides to be all business and no comment. And
yeah, no, I love that.
And what happens next is actually really interesting. So now we find out that the base, like what we've been calling the greenhouse, apparently the name of it is the Jamar Garden. And
I called it. They built it in an area that was wiped out by the DGP.
Yeah, so the DGP knew where the Yamato bases were the entire time and did nothing about it so that they could perpetuate this fucking game. Although the question begs, like, so if they're saying that the Jamar Gardens sprout up wherever riders fail their missions and the areas get eliminated, what about the like very first one? The Yamato had to have come from somewhere before any rounds were lost. So I feel like that's something we haven't been answered yet.
But Niram also said like, oh, the reason we know where the Yamato place is it's like kind of a contingency. Like it's like we know just in case shit goes fucking wrong. Well, and then we can do something about it.
That doesn't explain it. It's not a reason why they know it. It's just like, oh, if something bad happens, we can do something about it. But it doesn't explain why they know that they are there specifically, because one has to assume that there are other areas where riders have failed. They could have been at any one of those.
And then we get Archie's we got to see with Archie, which is nice, where he's like, yeah, like I used to just make the Jamato for them and stuff, but then I just got tired of them using them as fodder and killing them off. So I wanted to do something more with them, give them a purpose. So he wants to build a life for these fucking things he makes. And I'm like, that's kind of cool.
It's adorable.
I feel like
a good plant dad.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. I feel like there might be more to him, because like we don't really know why he wants, like, where did the Jamato come from? Did he create them? Like, how did he create them? Why is he so invested in them surviving as a species, like to the point where he wants them to take over the world and murder all of humanity? Like, something must have pushed him that far.
But no, just to speak up quickly, everything about this episode, to me at least, it felt like it just didn't work.
This is definitely like a transitionary episode. We're getting some questions, we're getting some answers, but not all.
I feel like I agree with, but I also have to disagree by saying that I feel like they gave away too much.
There was a lot of information given in this episode.
Like, this episode was sort of like a bit like you got what Zin, his name is,
Zine.
Zine magazine.
Yes.
Kamen Rider magazine over here. Friggin' just, I didn't like how OP he is, and yeah, I know, debut illness, but just at least all the other riders are like, it's all about skill. It's all about, like,
well, the thing is, because of the huge lore drop that we get about who they are, Zine being overpowered is kind of the point. They're meant to be in existence so far beyond everyone else.
Exactly. Like, they have all this fucking awesome tech that, of course, is going to be more powerful than what
Zine has his gravity magic. Baroba literally nuked the entire fucking area. God, what the fuck are Kecker and Kyun gonna do? Now I'm scared.
But like I've been saying, all the Desire Driver and the buckles and shit, all based off probably their technology.
Probably.
Yeah. It's like a weaker version.
Because they keep sending them buckles and shit like that.
Yeah.
I think,
and probably way scaled down too.
Like Glare, they never actually beat Glare. They never beat Gidori. They just kind of it got to a point where Miron stepped in. It was just like, no, you're done. Like, they never actually beat him. Like we never really saw the extent of like how powerful. It's like he one-shot Punk Jack, and then like they removed him from the show because he was annoying. But like like the writers from the future, I think, are purposefully meant to be insanely overpowered.
Yeah.
But then that's what Boost Mark 2 is. Boost Mark 2 is like, that's part of the gun. So it's like, okay, now we're using your power.
Yeah.
Even the odds of it.
And this is the part of the series that I knew we would always come to, and it's always in like the mid-20s, where like the status quo of whatever we've been doing up until now is just tossed out the window because now there's a bigger threat.
Mm-hmm.
Gaim did it. Everyone does it.
Yep. Literally the Uso writers. Sorry, Gar, go ahead.
Oh, it's just I don't know. This might be where I start to like. I might just need to rewatch the episode again, but this might be the start of me just going from like, Geats is a really decent show to
For me, I'm kind of on the fence. It all depends on where we go from here. Because
exactly,
this episode was inevitable. We were always absolutely going to abandon the DGP episode format. I just think it's interesting what Geats did leading up to this, where the show was divided into its arcs based on the rounds of the DGP that were being played. It was different and it was interesting. But as I said last week, this is about the time where that format was starting to get stale. So this was the episode where things needed to change, and they did. And this episode has served its purpose. So now I'm going to see what happens from here and see if it goes in a good direction or a bad direction.
Exactly. Like, I like that these writers this whole time, they were like shackled to like rules and like boundaries. And now that the DGP's on hold, they're free to do whatever the fuck they want.
My biggest
do
question,
whatever necessary.
I think my biggest question after this episode is why? Why are the supporters, the observers, the people from the future, why are they Kamen Riders? If they were only supposed to observe, why are they Kamen Riders?
I think that's like the biggest question. It's like, hey, we have big future technology. Let's make sure all viewers get a gun.
In a weird way, it might be a syndrome situation.
Oh, like they're controlling them?
No, just
like when everyone's a
syndrome
rider,
from the
no one will
Incredible.
be.
Yeah, exactly. Like everyone in the future is a Kamen Rider.
Oh my god.
Okay. So of course we find out the big plot drop is that these guys they're from the future.
That's what, honestly, not gonna lie, that was when I was like, and now I'm sort of done.
No, I think that's odd.
Cool.
I was thinking like, sure, he said like, oh, I'm a dimension traveler. I'm like, okay,
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's believable.
This is the moment where you have to really take a step back and go, oh yeah, it's entirely possible that people will just straight up fucking lie.
Well, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with them being from the future. I feel like with all the exposition dump that we got in this episode, did you really need to have Ace just literally stop what he was doing and explain what was going on? It's like,
yeah,
I feel like
you could have saved this. You could have saved this for like a later episode to be like, you're giving away too much.
I feel like the reveal of them being from the future should have been next episode when all four of them are fighting each other and just like one of them lets the line slip.
That would have been cool.
Like it gave away, like, to me personally, it gave away too much. It's the problem with Yuya Takahashi's writing. He doesn't know when to stop the exposition, and thus it's like, you're making me not intrigued with your show anymore. Like how he did with X-Aid. Oh, people don't really die. Their memories are stored. Okay, no longer have to fear game ain't over then, because our minds are linked back.
They just get reconfigured.
Yeah, 0-1. Okay, I was the one that caused the arc to fall apart. Okay, there goes that whole storyline.
But I think there's still more they're not telling us, especially because like Baroba explained stuff to Daichi and Michinaga, and it's like, so do you still want to work with us after all that? And he's like, I don't give a fucking shit.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a fuck.
So I don't think there's still more they're not letting on.
No. I'm 100% sure that what she said to them is exactly what we've revealed this episode. The fact that they're from the future.
Like,
that said, there could still be more to reveal, and God knows this series is only half over. There probably is lots.
But Baroba, what are you holding there? It's a gun from the future. Where'd you get that?
I don't know. We still don't know what we still don't know what the deal is with Ace's mom, and he's wondering about the circumstances of his birth. For all we know,
there is no mom.
No. You know what I think it is? This is my guess. I'm gonna say that Ace's mom is one of the people from the future, and Geats and Ace is like her son, but maybe she wanted him to live in this era instead of the era they're from.
Oh, okay. So that was also another thing that they fucking dropped as well, is that apparently the DGP, what they do is they go to certain time periods and then they do this fucking thing.
Yeah, no, this to them is apparently, they enjoy doing this throughout history the same way that we as a modern society enjoy entertainment of previous historical eras. The difference is we create fiction. They actually go to these time periods, cause all this shit to happen so that people can watch it back home in the year 5000 whatever, and then they just erase everyone's memories, put it all back to normal, and go to another time period and do it again.
I'm not gonna lie.
Cool.
I kind of want them to make like a V Cinema or something where we
all
see
the
like,
different time periods.
Yeah, like a DGP in a different time period, like
Based on the
era Japan.
Based on there was that one shot in the next episode preview that it had like the old timey film grain effect on it. So we might even be doing that this next episode.
Ooh, I want
a Western BGP.
Anyways, like just to go back quickly, so I personally like them being from the future. Like, sure, cliche, whatever. I think it's fucking cool. I like that we have these like 4 riders that are like supposedly like fucking busted, and they have this super awesome technology, and that's what probably all the Desire shit's based off of.
These 4 riders are this show's equivalent of the Genesis driver riders from Gaim.
Absolutely. So honestly, they're not going to last the whole show. There are current writers of this arc, and then they'll be rid of, and we'll be back to our normal characters.
I don't know.
Like, but Baroba's the first to fucking go because we can't afford to have this CGI monstrosity.
I was gonna say they won't have the budget to keep her around for a long time, so they're gonna have to come up with a way to kill her soon.
But anyways, so yeah, we get the fucking debut of Kamen Rider Baroba, and again, my reaction was just...
She effectively
nuked them.
She goes, well, if we're done with this, I'll just nuke the place and we'll start fresh. And then the fucking, oh my god, it was so hilarious to give her just like whoop, 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 up into the fucking sky. And then she just like meteor drops Doomfist style and blows the fucking place to smithereens.
Like, wow. This bitch. You bitch!
I'll be very curious to see how everyone survives. I mean, probably Zine saves them because he put up that shield at the last second.
Yeah, no, you saw him henshin like the last second.
Yeah.
So I was like, nah.
They all get turned into vinyl figures and another Kamen Rider finds them.
Poor, what's the gardener's name?
Archie.
Archie. I just call him Archie.
Blown away.
There were so many good screenshots of his reactions to Baroba this episode, especially the one right as she nuked it, because you just see him falling back going, eh!
What the fuck are you doing?
He was so upset too. He's like, don't kill. I worked so hard on these Yamato. And I'm like, oh, poor guy.
Did you not hear me explain that literally 10 minutes ago? What are you doing?
I poured my heart out to you, and this is how you repay me.
You bitch!
Don't worry, he'll come back as a trans metal. I mean,
the fucking the laser riders basically are the laser riders are the trans metals.
Fuck! I'll always hate that Rhinox was in the fucking repair pod when that happened. That's why I didn't get a transmetal for him. I was like, bullshit.
He did get a transmetal toy.
It's called Tankor.
No. That's no transmetal.
I know. It was funny though.
I know.
Tankor smash.
Yeah.
Oh, Beast Machines, you were underrated.
Yeah. Oh, also, we got to see Nago Fever Beat use her weird double guitar. That was cool.
Yeah, she's like Rock, Thunder, and Fire, and I was like, that's cool.
Yep. I gotta say, it was cool, like, Tycoon getting boost again and using it properly, Nago using Fever. I like to imagine that, like, boost is becoming Tycoon's thing and Fever is becoming Nago's thing.
Yeah.
I also just love Gene being such a fucking asshole. He just shows up in the woods. It's like, I have a present for you. It's me.
I can't wait to fight alongside with my boy.
Although I will say, like, in terms of like motifs, I do like Geats and Zine fighting together because it's like the team up of Magnum and Laser.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Which we didn't talk about when we talked about Laser. I think it's cool.
Sorry?
Great to Magnum boost.
Sorry, you
boost? Yeah.
It's on me. The laser boost form is basically just an upgrade to Magnum boost because it's Mark II.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about it that way.
Laser Riser.
Yeah,
I think it's cool.
Boost and Laser.
No, I can't wait to get that gun, man.
Also, Boost Mark II's and Mark III's sound. They both sound fantastic. The Henshin sound.
I haven't heard. I did hear them when the hack sounds went out, but I don't remember what they sound like. I'll just wait until we see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, next week the 4 supporter riders are gonna fight each other, I guess, which means we'll see the debut of Kamen Riders Kekera and Kyun, and
Frog Boy.
Oh boy,
Frog Rider.
And it looks like some sort of like, oh, it's a DGP special episode.
Which you get why they're doing that, right?
Yeah,
because next week's the finale to Donbrothers, so Geats has to do a filler episode.
I swear to fucking God, if it's a clip show, I'm gonna be angry.
Please.
Watch it be a clip episode.
It's gonna be a clip show. It's gonna be a clip show.
Clip show.
I don't know. There was that, like I said earlier, there was that one shot that had the film grainy effect, so it looks like maybe we are exploring other areas, or other time periods.
We're gonna get some original fights at least, because there is shots of like, oh, we have the new riders, we have 3 riders fighting Jamato and stuff like that. We have Ace as a teenager or whatever that was.
No. The episode's gonna end. No, the episode's gonna end with Kaito turning off the TV, be like, "Well, Kamen Rider Geats is on hold."
No.
Just Kaito come. Oh my God, who are you? Oh, I'm one of the supporters. Zenkai.
Could you fucking imagine if this Kaito was one of the people from the future along with the supporters? Now that's a crossover.
Where's he go every day? Turns on the TV. Invitation.
He's just like a distant descendant of Kaito from whatever fucking year they're from.
Lays a single flower on Jack's grave.
You suck.
You failed me.
I have failed you, Kaito.
Oh yeah, Jin cuts off people with visiting hours because he has to go watch the DGP.
Oh.
That's a fun idea.
He and Kaito just sit there together and like they have like bets with each other.
And popcorn.
It just, if I win, I get out of the fear. Ends up losing. Damn it. See you next week.
Yeah, Jin keeps betting his jail time and losing. Oh man. All right. Speaking of Donbrothers, take us in.
Donbrothers.
Terrible job, everyone.
Thank you.
I'm still pissed that the Noto aren't in the opening as part of the team.
Ichi, it's episode 49 out of 50.
They could do it.
It's the last time we're going to see the opening.
I need to talk about this because it happened, and I'm really pissed off at myself that I didn't fucking see this coming, and I should have. So we see Kichino and Tsubasa. They're talking to each other. Natsumi's there too, and you know, Sononi's fucking tagging along.
The weirdest.
And then the cops come and they chasing Tsubasa, and Tsubasa just like, you know, puts out his hand and goes, "Natsumi, let's go." And she just kind of shakes her head and goes, "Nah, I'm all right." And she runs off. He runs off. Sononi runs off with them. And that's when it just like she's like to Kichino, "Can we talk?" And I just went, "Oh, I see where this is fucking going."
Fucking believe they're doing this. This is amazing.
Literally, Natsumi wants to live her dream because she was experiencing being Miho.
She's
married to Kichino in her dreams when she was strapped up to that tree. So she actually has feelings for him.
That's amazing, and it makes sense in the lore. That's fucking hilarious. Natsumi fell for Kichino through living as Miho. Oh my god!
Episode, like the early 20s when they started foreshadowing that like Sononi would get to like had a crush on Tsubasa.
I should have saw it then.
Oh no, they're most definitely gonna end up together, and then Kichino's gonna end up with Miho. And it's not at all how I wanted the show to end, because I don't think that it was the right way to do it.
And now Tsubasa and Sononi are just gonna run away together, escaping the law.
It's not how I wanted it to happen, but I can't change the show at this point.
I loved she fucking like destroyed all those police cars. It was just like, you not touch him.
This is absolutely, I will say, like you said, this is not how I wanted it to end, but now that it's happening, this is amazing.
Yeah.
I think the way that it happened, I'm a little more fine with, because they actually like gave a good reason for it. Like, oh, this is Natsumi's dream of being like a beautician who's like a calm wife.
And happily married to a nice man.
Like, happily married to a nice man. Like, that's a nice man in quotation marks. But like, I'm okay with it, but it's not what I wanted to happen.
Speaking of nice,
she just goes to Kijino's apartment. All right, where's the doll?
Where is it? I saw you, motherfucker.
Okay, so speaking of Kijino and him being a nice guy or nice man, whatever. Okay. Yes, Kijino has had a bit of a psychotic fucking episode. Over a significant amount of time. But this episode brings his character completely back around. Yep. I felt so fucking bad. Like, and when the episode starts, he's like, I have to go pack because I'm moving. And I'm like, excuse me? And then you see him quitting his job because he's so done with everything that happens that he just to like re-examine his life and just move. And I'm like, oh my God, this man's having a breakdown.
No, what hit me the hardest was when he holds up his hand and like he has like you see where his ring finger was, and I'm like, oh no.
It's like a handout.
Yeah, I'm just over here being like, oh, dude, you might want to get that checked out. That doesn't look good.
But the funniest shit, other than like the ending, we'll talk about that when we get there. But the funniest shit was just like they all go there for training, and then
everyone bails.
It's just Taro, Jiro, and Sonoi, and they just like, and what's his face, like the other three show up. And they just fucking shit on them, and they're like, "Oh, guys, let's put on blindfolds. Let's fucking whip their asses." I'm like, "This is amazing."
I absolutely love how much the Overseers have just become straight up fucking Team Rocket.
They are Team Rocket, and that's why I love them. They're fantastic.
And then one final thing I just want to say. One final thing. Jiro, I'm sorry.
So you didn't get a character.
He just had a realization. Yeah, he had a full character development, had a serious talk with Taro, and he's just like, yeah, kind of just like being fused. I kind of came to realize, and I'm like, holy shit, he grew the fuck up. He's not an annoying little shitbag anymore. Holy fuck, I apologize.
You know how I choose to view it? He had two half personalities that were both like rubbing up against each other the wrong way for the most part of the show, and finally he realized how to put these two pieces together to make a whole person.
He had the batteries in the wrong way this entire time.
That's also a good analogy.
That's really good.
I feel like personally the Jiro development that happened last episode was just, it felt a little off. It didn't feel like that's where his obviously it felt like his character was leading up to this point, like a fusion, but I don't feel like it felt like I don't want to say earned.
That's what I was saying last week, that it's not given nearly enough airtime for the gravitas to really feel earned.
I don't want to dwell on that because that was the last week, but
well, just like I said last week, they were originally going to drop this subplot, and then they were like, no, we got to do it.
Which is weird. I feel like I feel like Jiro as a whole truly feels like they needed a sixth ranger. Let's slap this guy in.
Sentai in our Discord chat puts it in medical terms that really makes it hit home. This is a man who has just overcome schizophrenia and DID. That's a big deal.
He just stopped.
That is a huge fucking deal. Like, think about if someone you know in real life was like that and then just overcame it.
Or said something that I think would have been really good for Jiro's arc. I agree with this. He should have been the one to beat the Penguin Juto.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Can I also just say, I love the new Q Rangers.
Yeah.
I loved when Sodani like tried to like get a
Butt
number
ahead.
ahead, and Sodani's like, "You fucking stay the fuck back."
I don't know why Jiro was number 3.
Because he's the third strongest.
Yeah, because he was just there.
It is not in order of strength. Haruka's number 4.
Yeah, it is.
Sonoyu was like number 7.
I just love it. Just 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
I also want to bring up a quick thing. So I've been seeing on Twitter a lot lately that like regarding Kaido. So like a lot of people were like, "Hey, we're 2 episodes left. Like, are they gonna fucking explain like what this fucker's deal is?" And then I saw this one guy tweet out,
Nope.
"That's the thing. We're not gonna get an explanation why he's there. He just is. He's just this guy ex-hero who's just here, and that's it. That's the joke."
I don't know if we talked about this last week or on a previous episode, or if this was just in group chats, but I think the best possible way to handle it is for the explanation of Kaito's deal to be in the Zenkaiger Donbrothers movie.
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, we talked about that either last week or the week before.
Yeah, that absolutely needs to be how it handles.
I think it would be fun to see that developed in the crossover, but I also think that they've like there's a couple things in show that people it's gonna get developed in like a later thing, but I think that they had the time in show and they kind of
They absolutely did, but they just chose not to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because okay, Lane will get this. I'm not sure if you'll get it, Jackson, but in Ultraman Z, they brought in a previous Ultraman for 2 episodes, and they sort of had the idea of, hey, why don't you stay on Earth and help me? No, your mission's out in space. I'm here to protect Earth. It's the idea of Kaito was last year's hero. These are the new heroes. You can't have Kaito overshadow the new heroes.
I don't want him to overshadow the new heroes.
Yeah.
I just want them to explain what his deal is.
If that's the case, I feel like then they should have just done what Zed did and just have like a couple episodes where like Kaito shows up and like G did and just like, you know, hey, I'm Kaito, I'm from another blah, blah, my friends are the Zenkaigers, whatever. I feel like that could have
I can see it now. Just Haruka's wiping down the table, humming the Donbrothers theme song to herself. Kaito's reading the book. They hear a gust of wind come in. Yo hoi, yo hoi, hoi hoi.
That's absolutely how they'll do it.
yeah.
Kaito just closes the book and looks over. Oe Nakaizoku, I finally found you, Kaito. It's been a long while.
Zox will absolutely walk into the cafe and go, "What the hell did you do to the place?"
Yeah.
Oh, we'll get there, Decker.
Oh, just Haruka be like, a talking gold pirate? What?
A talking gold pirate.
She'll see fucking Katana and Ricky and be like, "Oh, go."
You know, because most
Aren't
gold
they
pirates
kid
don't
now?
talk, I guess.
Oh no, I can't wait for. Sorry, it's a joke that I had where she sees the Kikai notes and she freaks out about talking robots.
Oh yeah.
Speaking of Sentai's, Osamaki?
Yeah, we get to see Minoru, aka the ninja weeb, and he becomes Osamaki, and then oh my god, the fucking shot where like they go to the fucking Oden cart because the fucking overseers realize, whoops, we made him too powerful, and then he whoops their asses, so they the overseers lure the Donbrothers with Oden in order to ask them for help defeating Osamaki, and then the dude just walks up behind them, orders some food, and then the really fucking disturbing shot where he like boomerangs it and then just
just opens. Like he just keeps his mouth open.
Jesus.
So now I'm curious to know if they actually made 5 suits, or is it just a Nega Deno thing where it's
I think it's
repeats? Like
it doesn't.
I don't know.
Because if you look at all of the other suits, they look a little off. Like I think especially the yellow one just looks a little weird.
Yeah, everyone's pointing out it's CGI. I think it's because I saw the blue cape be real. It's just like, oh, maybe they are real.
Yeah, it was a decent like shot, but like.
I thought they were all there.
No, I see it now. You know what it is? The capes are all real because they're all different shade color.
Mm-hmm.
Where the actual suit is like is definitely a Photoshop like color.
My one takeaway regarding the Osamaki suit is just how creepy it is that it has his goddamn face on it.
Well, yeah.
Is it supposed to be Minoru's face? I thought it was just
yeah. Look at his chest. It's his face.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's so fucking creepy.
I just didn't realize it was Minoru.
I love he's with his mom too. His mom's just like, "Are you done?" He's like, "I'm done."
Are you really done? And then the overseers trank the fuck out of him
in a really funny, like little, like kind of rotating motion. It was fun.
I almost feel sad for the dude.
Yeah.
Also, and then there was some shit going on with fucking Taro. Like he kind of wasn't acting like himself.
Taro's losing his memories. What's happening?
Oh no!
Really weird.
He's fulfilling his purpose.
Are we gonna end with Taro dying for real, or something sad happening to him? Is he gonna float back up the river? Is he just gonna leave reality?
Okay, I'm gonna get a little deep here, and like I don't mean for it to go in this direction, but I feel like it would be just interesting. I feel like Momotaro, Don Momotaro is such a badass fucking red. We don't deserve to have someone this powerful, this badass ever to exist again. So I feel like he should just not exist after this series, and that's it. He just keeps his uniqueness in this series alone.
Oh, I don't think we'll have another red like him, which I hope we don't. I think that Bro is such a unique and
the thing is, this is in terms of not having something like this ever again. I was gonna talk more about this when we do our discussion of the series as a whole, but my takeaway, Donbrothers is a Sentai series that we will never see anything like ever again.
No.
And that is both a good thing and a terrible thing.
Yeah.
That's so terrible. No, that's just not.
I'll talk more about that next week when we talk about our thoughts on the series as a whole.
I cannot tell you how excited I am for next week.
I'll give a little bit of my 2 cents, but I think that this show has some fun moments sometimes, but ultimately, I really didn't like what it did with what it had. I felt like it had so much potential to do so many like really cool and really fun things, but I don't think it ever reached the points that it needed to get those things. But I do think that these last 6-ish episodes have been really, really good at emphasizing the things that are good about the show. Yeah, I think that these past couple episodes have been really solid at like my favorite episodes in this show. My favorite episodes are the ones where it kind of feels like they're all together and they're all like not very mad at each other all the time. Those are like my favorite, because like there's some episodes where like, they're just really mean to each other for a reason. I'm like, I don't like this.
I like it when mommy and daddy don't fight.
So like there was that one episode with Shinichi and like the scammer. Like that was my favorite recent episode, because it's like, oh, it's just all these friends hanging out, and that's when I feel like this show is at its best. But then most of the time I don't feel like it hit what it was supposed to, so it is not to say it in nice terms, this is not my I was not a big fan, but I'm glad people like it. I really am. I'm glad people love this show. It's fun.
Oh yeah, I forgot Don Murasame was in this show.
So did the show.
Fucking like.
So did Inoue.
It was literally made to sell a premium Bandai toy. That was it. That's the only reason he was conceived.
I find it so amusing that you can take anything with Murasame and just make him the sword and the suit, and it has equally as much impact.
Yep.
Like, such a badass fucking concept of a ranger, but just wasted.
So the episode ends with Taro walking into what is apparently a birthday party for him. Taro claims that it is not his birthday, but
which kind of was like, oops, my mistake, wink wink.
So there's a couple of, we'll get to that, but there's a couple of ways this could go. Kaito actually getting the date wrong is possible, but I think that's unlikely.
I think they're just foreshadowing.
I think this is this is related to Taro's memory loss. Maybe Taro thinks it's a different day. Maybe it actually is his birthday. Maybe Kaito just wants to have Taro have one big last happy party before something bad happens.
Before Kaito kills him, takes Zenkaiger again.
Just From the preview shots, it's sort of teasing at the idea that Taro is leaving.
Yeah.
It could be that, but so far I don't think there's anything explicitly pointing to him leaving. I think the only thing we can say for sure is that his memory is starting to go.
I thought, I don't know if I'm literally making this up, but I thought there were some things where they were talking. Taro is like, Taro has fulfilled his role. I heard this from YouTube, right? But it was like, Taro has fulfilled his role and brought the good fortune that he needed to these people and is now leaving.
That could be it. It could be a thing of like, now that his purpose is done, he's slowly being like withdrawn from the world, and the first manifestation of his withdrawal from this reality is the withdrawal of his memories.
Like, all of these people are at a better state than where they were at the beginning of the show. Like, Haruka has her manga, but she also has like a better Kijino has his wife, and whatever. Tsubasa is like has his own. Sorry, Gar, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just thinking, he's gonna leave like Mary Poppins, just
fly away.
Taro Poppins.
He's gonna hold his sword up and he's just gonna start floating away.
No, his entourage will carry him away. His entourage will carry him away.
Yeah, I think it is interesting to think that like, at the beginning of the show there was the stuff with like Haruka. She was like, find Taro, luck will be brought back, and now all of these people, except for Shinichi, I don't know why he's here. All of these people have like gotten to a better place than where they were at the beginning of the show.
Shinichi gets to eat actual food now.
Yeah. Shinichi, here is money. Stop being a hippie. But I think that I do think that it is interesting, and that is a neat little thing to see, that from the beginning of the show to the end of the show, they did keep that. Because one of a big complaint that I had was that I feel like the show dropped a lot of what it had in the beginning, and that's what made it so interesting, was the beginning. But I do like that it's bringing that a little bit back, and it's fun. I like this stuff.
Yeah. So everyone gives him their gifts, which is a merch pillow and red chopsticks. And then they mentioned that Taro previously, early in the show, didn't know what happiness is, but now his happiness is being with his friends. And of course, he goes all tsundere and goes, no, who would like you guys? And then, because he lies, he dies. And then we get the greatest
best
meme.
reaction. They're like, no pulse! He's dead!
Yay!
I'm just sitting there like going, you fucking guys.
This is gonna be the greatest meme of the entire show when taken out of context years from now by people who either did not watch the show or have forgotten what it's about.
I don't watch Super Sentai shows pre-2025.
This is Donbrothers. This is what I think makes Donbrothers fun. Like this silly shit where they take their and they make funny shit with it. Because I love this joke so much. If this was the last shot of Donbrothers, I would have loved this show. I would have taken
this feels like a perfect bit for the show to go out on, and now I'm like really super curious what we're actually gonna go out with.
And then as Sentai in the chat has brought up.
And the thing is, this is great because this makes sense given all of the lore and progression that the show has experienced so far. Like, compared to that one episode early in the show where Tsubasa became a fucking dog and there was no explanation for it. That's the kind of bit that pisses me off, where it's not justified, it's not earned, it's not explained, and we just cut away with no progression. It's just, hey, look, he's a dog!
He's possessed by a ghost of a dog.
As Sentai brought up in the chat, Yusaka didn't know about the Taro dying thing, so he's like actually concerned.
That makes it extra funny.
He's literally like everyone's
oh my god!
Tsubasa's just like, what the fuck happened? Why is he dead?
I feel like they should have dwelled on that more. Just have Tsubasa be like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know what else would have made that bit extra good? Like, I know Taro's dead, but just before the cutaway, just a tiny little smile.
Yeah. He's smiling a little bit there. He's got the little, I think that's what he's doing.
Maybe.
Dude, tilt your head, squint your eyes, and picture him smiling. And then you'll see him smiling.
Peter.
But yeah, on the whole, another banger of an episode, and now we've just got the finale left.
I don't want this episode to end. This show to end. I don't.
Yeah, I'm excited for the finale. I'm curious. I'm curious to see where it goes.
It's so weird to think that, but it's like BT dubs next week is the final episode. It's like this is what, like, we'll get into it next week on how, like, we'll never have a show like this again. The fact that this feels like a random filler episode.
Yep.
By the way, next week's the final episode. You don't do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
We rarely do this anymore. Hell, we've been doing it since the 80s, where, like, each episode, like, hell, since the beginning of this whole tokusatsu thing, except for Ultraman over there. Well, the original Ultraman ended with a one-shot, but just, like, we don't do one episode finales. It's usually like 2 or 3 part. You hype up the finale.
I was gonna say, like, most Sentai at this point, they'd be standing up staring at the giant super final boss who's about to murder them. Meanwhile, this show ends with, our leader died! Hooray!
We did it.
It's not played up as a serious thing. It's played up as a joking thing. Yeah. And happy. It's like, oh no, he's dead. Don't worry, it's a good thing. Huh?
He got better.
Sorry.
And I guess we don't just.
I'm just baffled. I still can't process the fact that Donbrothers got this good.
I was gonna say, it didn't feel like a year. It felt like 12. I feel like I've lived several lifetimes when the show was aired.
I am now 65 years old.
I feel so old. Like, I feel like the show started forever ago, and it's like, oh, it's over. Oh, it's like done after this, and I don't have to watch it. That is so strange. It has been a weird. I like got out of watching tokusatsu a bit, and then kind of got back into it. But this has been a weird weekly routine of watching Donbrothers every week.
It is almost done, Brothers.
Dun. We are going.
Except for our featured topic. I almost said special topic. Our featured topic.
Yes. More Donbrothers.
Couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just had a lovely time talking about how late series Donbrothers has been so amazing and mature and grown and wonderful. Then we get this one where we're going backwards.
Yeah, this is okay. I love the Hurricanegers. They're fun. They're always fun. But, like, thing was fine.
I liked it.
Well, yeah, I feel like if I watched all of Hurricaneger, I probably would have enjoyed it a bit more because I would have known these characters better. I mean, they tried to recap it with us a bit, and I was like,
oh my god,
right.
Please don't tell me it's a clip show.
I'm like, okay.
It's the entire thing is just a Hurricaneger.
Look at that 2003 era shit, like footage.
I will say, I when they start, like, they do the fucking special dance jutsu attack in the cafe, I laughed when Haruka got literally Smash style footstooled.
Yeah, like smoked into it.
Boing.
This did feel a little bit like it was just like a setup for the Hurricaneger 20.
Absolutely.
There's like two villains, and they didn't reveal the one.
It absolutely is a setup for the Hurricaneger movie.
But you know, other than that, it's whatever. It's fine.
So anyway, the setup is that a bunch of Magarapas stumble into the cafe for no reason, followed by Hurricane Red, and then as the others run in, the cafe's a fucking mess, and she just stops them. Clean up the fucking mess you made, you assholes!
Somebody shut that cat up.
My boss is gonna be back in 25 minutes.
And then she's like, oh, wait, you're ninjas. Can I interview you ninjas for my romance manga? Like, does she know what a genre is? Jesus.
No.
Haruka certainly has an IQ, and I don't think it's above the double digits.
I was gonna say.
Be real honest. Be real honest.
She certainly has an IQ. Is the funniest shit ever. I don't know what it is, but she has one.
I don't know what it is. There is at least an IQ.
We're ninjas. Are there others like you? I thought they were just looks at me, ninja. No.
I thought they were going to reference Ninja.
Two times I was thinking of Ninja. One was that, and then she was like, what kind of ninjas are you? Oh, we're high-tech modern ninjas. Cut to footage from 20 years ago.
I really thought they were gonna cut to Ninja. Wait, I would have laughed if they did.
And then the other bit was like, so the Hurricanegers show up and do their fucking roll calls, and Haruka's like, wow, for ninjas, that sure was a flashy roll call. And I'm all like, oh, you don't know the half of it.
Yeah.
These are the ninjas that do hide. Kind of.
I like that they're like, oh, we're the ninjas from Hayate School. I'm like, yeah, the school that all got slaughtered and you're the last 3 alive. Literally, first episode of Hurricaneger, everyone died.
Oh yeah, that was Ninja Storm too.
Ninja Storm did that too.
Ninja
Yeah.
Storm,
they all got kidnapped.
They all got kidnapped in Ninja Storm.
Because we can't have murder in a kid show.
Murder doesn't exist in Power Rangers. They got destroyed.
And then we don't even get the fucking hamster's daughter. We get like her fucking assistant.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we just got some random girl who had to like awkwardly explain who she was.
I'm introducing myself here, so I don't have to be introduced in the movie.
Come on, you guys already forgot who I was.
It's been 3 weeks. Wow.
3 months.
No, it was 3 months.
Whatever. That's worse than if they still don't know who she is. I'm looking at that scan that got posted in our Discord. Why does this woman look like she is using a car as a henshin belt?
That's Haruka.
That's Haruka.
Is that Haruka?
Yeah, they put her on a car ad.
That's what's so fucked up, because it's Haruka in a car ad.
Because the driver's license episode.
Yeah. But it just... Also, did Haruka never learn about Naruto?
I guess.
I don't think Naruto exists in Donbrothers world.
They have Boruto.
Oh no. They only have Boruto.
Don Boruto.
So then at some point fucking Taro shows up. But I didn't like it. Because I didn't like how he just was kind of shoehorned in.
Yeah.
It absolutely felt like a token appearance. Just like, hey look, they're both flashy Japanese style Red Rangers.
I will admit, Taro's joke at the end where like he gets the memory wiped and then he just starts laughing and he's like, oh wait, where
the two of them just get straight up Men in Black style neuralized by this fucking robot. Funny.
And then the peak joke was Haruka like goes back and she looks into the restaurant and just goes, oh my fucking god! and
sorry, go ahead, Gar.
Oh, just, you know what I find hilarious? The fact that robot's more well preserved than the Kamen Rider blade suit.
Well, that's what happens when they almost never use it.
Is that actually a robot they used in the show?
Yeah, so yeah, in Hurricaneger, they had these robots go around and mind wipe people that saw their actions.
Oh my sake.
Because they're ninjas.
Literally Men in Black.
I gotta say, I had a good time when like they start fighting and then it's just like, cue the theme song. Shoo shoo to Sanjo. Shoo shoo to Ninja Jam.
I like the instrumental version that they play. I'm like, yeah, I can get behind this.
Yeah. But my biggest problem and evidence that this show was written during the middle part of Donbrothers is just like, so Haruka's like, oh man, I've got all these great ideas for my manga because of the ninjas. Gets her mind wiped. Oh no, I've forgotten all of my ideas. You were holding a notebook in your hand the whole special. No, they didn't. No, she had it in her hand when she went back to the cafe after getting mind wiped. This stupid bitch came up with all these amazing ideas and didn't write them down.
Haruka probably wrote down the word ninja and then went with that. She probably, in very poor handwriting, wrote down the word ninja and went with it.
HG, this is fucking Haruka we're talking about.
I know!
I didn't realize Tsubasa was eating brother.
This is No, this is expected of her.
This is not.
I want
anything else.
Let me clarify.
I want Juto fly away. Oh, she's acting.
Let me clarify. This is not me yelling at Donbrothers writing. This is me yelling at Haruka the character because I hate her.
Whoa. Least favorite yellow ever?
I would be hard pressed to think of someone else. Let's say that.
I have one.
Who is your favorite yellow?
Tsubasa from Magi Ranger.
Ah, okay.
I have one person that could contend for least favorite yellow. And
Oh yeah.
Gaon. I just didn't. I love Zenkaiger. I really do. I hated Gaon.
That would be up there. I
hated Gaon.
I don't know if I could say I hate Gaon more than Haruka, but he would definitely be top 5.
I could say that. I could say that.
My least favorite was Yellowcaster.
I fucking hated that guy so
We
much.
fired that
such
guy.
A fucking dick.
Actually, no. You know who my least favorite is? Aki Yellow. Fuck that guy.
Oh,
Yeah, fuck that for you.
so, Yellowcaster's at the bottom of the barrel. Freaking Aka Yellow's like face planted on the barrel.
No, he's buried 6 feet underground.
Under the
That's
barrel.
where he just-
Oh, I didn't mention this.
But my favorite yellow, still to this day, is good old Mr. Zero Lion. No one is far superior than him.
The cooler Gaon.
No, this man, this lion
Oh my God,
man, fucking touched me. Episode 1 when he just fucking roared at the fucking general.
Show us where on the doll he touched you.
Yeah.
He slashed the cockles of my heart.
Whoa.
I think
Big cause.
I was gonna mention this since we're on like topic of like favorite like black like yellow stuff. I was gonna say this. I thought Tsubasa was my favorite member of the team until these recent episodes. That's like the one stipulation to these recent episodes. I hate Tsubasa in these recent episodes. He's so mean for no reason, and it's just not fun.
Are you're talking about Tsubasa and Donbrothers?
Tsubasa Donbrothers, not Magic Yellow.
I was like, you hate Magi Yellow?
No, I love Magic Yellow. No. Who hates Magic Yellow?
Yeah.
But Tsubasa recently in Donbrothers has been a bit of a weird where they kind of like it feels like they just like, oh yeah, he's a part of the show, and then they give him a weird personality.
See, this is the thing. If they had done the whole he formally joins the team way earlier than when they did, we would have had more time to acclimatize to him being part of the team. This is one of my biggest problems with the show as a whole.
I agree. I would. Yeah.
My favorite yellow is Time Yellow Domo.
Time Yellow is fantastic.
He got a girlfriend in the past. It was adorable.
Time Yellow might be my favorite.
And then he found out in Gokaiger, oh, she got pregnant and she has her son in the past who I can never see, and he starts crying in the cockpit.
That's why I love him. He's a great character.
I don't think I have a yellow I don't like. All of them are actually pretty good. Like, okay, if I had to pick one that like I've seen before, go say yellow. Don't know anything about her, but
I think a lot of yellows are like I'd say this. A lot of yellows and a lot of blues. They're like their downfalls are like that. You just don't care about them. Like you don't remember them. Like that's especially a problem with blues, and that's why I'd say Shinichi's my least favorite blue. Like there's so many blues that you just don't care about. You just don't give a single.
And then we get Kira Major, where blue was amazing.
Yeah, and then you get Shigeru, where they're like the best character. Like they're either like one of the worst or one of the better characters.
My least favorite yellow is Goggle Yellow. Because they tried to make him Daito from Go Ranger, like Key Ranger, but it doesn't work. It's like awful.
Sonoi's not blue. He's like cyan. Actually, well, he wears cyan in the civilian form, but his armor is blue. So yeah, I guess.
Anyways, this is a great crossover, and I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see the Abba Ranger Donbrothers one.
They're crossing over.
Oh God, I forgot about that.
I will say this: I was not bored.
Sure, that's probably the best thing we can say.
Bored either, yeah.
Like I personally like these little things because it's nice to see that the original cast is interested in doing more stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
I will say Haruka, the idea that Haruka had at the end for her new ninja manga, Shinobiko Sanjo, was actually hilarious.
God, the glasses chick, bright pink's in it. Cool. Yeah, because she's married to Blue.
Cool.
I can't wait to see Tokusatsu Sentai Castranger with Donbrothers where they try to arrest Inu brother.
No, you know what? I would be absolutely down for that if they did that.
Like we had to hire special people, and it's Tetsu. He catches up to Inu brother. Nonsense.
Not to
No,
interrupt.
they send
real quick.
They send
So
Doggy Kruger after him.
Okay. Well, all right. See you, Jackson.
Thanks for coming.
Sorry, I have to leave real quick. Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
It was fun.
Well, that seems like a good point for us to end.
Yay.
Can we have the Donbrothers team up with Gokaiger?
Oh God.
No.
That'd be peak. That'd be peak Sentai.
Let's
right
not
there.
push our luck.
Yeah. Oh my God. Donbrothers is with Shishi Ranger. There you go.
No.
Lane, you've ruined the joke.
Lane. No. Bad Lane. Go in the corner. Go in the lane box.
What if they have the Pat Rangers come in and try to arrest Tsubasa?
It's not nostalgia enough.
Too simple.
Give it 10 more years.
Okay.
With the Deca Rangers, it's interesting because they're like space police, but with
they just sick Murphy on them.
Oh God.
They paint Murphy black.
Then we just
Murphy
get a
like
battle
jet
between the
black.
robot dog and the CGI dog man.
Oh, I forgot I wanted to post this because like I saw this like it's shopped, but I was really like, oh my God, I would love a black fucking Donbrothers.
Don Negataro.
Yeah, that'd be so fucking. I thought that for a split second I thought this was real, and I was gonna like post it and like lose my shit, and then I was like, no.
I can imagine it having just like
more people would have been talking about it if it was real.
I can imagine just like warped down sound effects like Donbrothers.
I'm still sad we never got Patron minus
Zero.
Yeah.
All right, well that is Castranger for the week. Next week is going to be a big one. It is our Donbrothers finale episode discussion, which means our feature topic for next week will be our discussion of Donbrothers as a whole.
Ichi,
Oh boy, it's going to be a big one.
You better have your haiku ready.
Yeah, no, that's the perfect way to celebrate. Everyone needs to write haikus.
Oh, I'm not doing a haiku. I'm fucking bad at that shit.
I'm illiterate.
Do it anyway.
I'm just not poetic.
Everyone listening, I want haikus next week. I want haikus in my Discord chat during the episode. I want haikus in the YouTube comments. I want everyone to tell us their thoughts about Donbrothers in haiku format during next week's show. That is the perfect thing to do.
Anyways, Ichi, when we talk about Donbrothers, you're going last.
Yes,
you are the one who's had the biggest impact.
I will. So. I've already started like preparing some thoughts. This is going to be bigger than Zio.
Fuck.
This is a bigger deal than Zio was.
Is this should this be an in-house thing?
What do you mean?
Like, should we all come down or no?
If you want, I would love for you guys to visit.
I'll be at work, so I wish. That's why I wish the finale was this week, because then I totally would have come down today.
Yeah. Well, we'll make do.
Yeah.
There's one in our chat already. Haikus are great, but sometimes they don't make sense.
Oh, I got one. Okay, sorry, hang on. It's snowing on Mount Fuji. It's snowing on Mount Fuji. It's snowing on Mount Fuji.
Fucking nailed it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dan.
All right. Well, thank you all for listening, watching, liking, favoriting, sharing, subscribing, hitting the bell, and being awesome. As usual, the primary source of our hijinks is castranger.podbean.com.
I just love Sentai's last one is just refrigerator.
Refrigerator. Got it. It's snowing on refrigerator.
I guess I could use Jack's Film's haiku basis to make one.
It's just 575. It's not that hard.
Donbrothers.
Oh yeah,
Donbrothers is really cool. I'll miss Donbrothers.
Refrigerator.
There we go. I did it.
So yeah, Haiku 575. Go watch Jack's Films videos if you need a song version.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. So thank you all once again, and we will see you next week for our discussion on the Donbrothers finale.
Ichi's gonna get really emotional next week, and then the week after he's gonna be excited as fuck.
It's gonna be a great couple of weeks, let me tell you.
You're gonna be emotionally strained over the next 2 weeks.
It's gonna be a great couple weeks. Donbrothers is ending, and then King Oger is starting. It's gonna be a fun
really
time.
Geats is taking off in its plot.
I'm just laughing because it's like Ishi's gonna have a great few weeks. I see what's coming after King Oger.
Hold on. I have to take a look and see what you're snickering at.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. Middle April?
No.
Oh. All right.
Tell me after.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Schwa for now. Wait. Wrong show.
Oh, fuck.